Hey guys, how you going? Hope you're all doing very well. This afternoon I'm going to be doing another movie review for you all. This movie is a drama from France, French language English subs, released in the year 2019, directed by Safi Nabu, and this film is called Who You Think I Am. So Who You Think I Am is about a middle-aged woman whose husband has cheated on her with a much younger woman. As a result of that, they've divorced, and now she is very insecure about the fact that she's growing older. So she has a new lover who's actually much younger again, and he is acting very strangely, so she wants to find out if he is cheating on her too. So she ends up getting a social media account, a Facebook account, it's a fake one, and she wants to befriend her lover's friend to see what's going on. But as she befriends her lover's friend, this is where a friendship starts to blossom between the two of them. But she doesn't want to admit that she's an elderly woman, so she comes across as a much younger female, and so it's just a little white lie in order to try and get to her lover. But unfortunately that white lie magnifies into something that spirals well out of control, and nothing is ever going to be the same again. So what happens at that point on is something you're going to have to find out for yourself, because that's as far as I'm going with my synopsis. Now my thoughts on Who You Think I Am. Coming into this movie, I had the initial impression that this was going to be a thriller, that this was going to be a very suspenseful film, and so if you go into it thinking that this is the type of film that you're going to get, you're going to be disappointed. But if you want a very strong psychological character study of a woman who has reached a crisis in her life, then this movie is going to be very interesting. I actually thought it was very well made. It's a very simplistic idea, but the simplicity is interweaved with a lot of French complexity. And this is what the French do very well. They take a very familiar idea and they use it in a way that you feel as though you're watching something completely different. And Who You Think I Am is definitely one of those experiences. This wouldn't be billed as a thriller, but I still thought as though it had thrilling elements, because I wanted to know how this main character was going to unfold. I always got piece by piece as to who she was all about, and I thought it was an absolutely fascinating character, and that fascinating character is intensified through the absolutely phenomenal performance from Juliette Binoche. She's a fantastic actress, a beautiful actress, and she's been a very versatile actress as well. And so she plays a character that is very torn up. She has had her husband leave her for a much younger woman, and that's going to have a devastating effect on your psyche. And so she doesn't feel as though she's pretty anymore. And so this is giving you what a lot of people fall into, the trap of beauty, and that when you reach a certain stage of life, you don't have that beauty and you can't compete with that. And so this woman is living through the power of social media where you can beat anybody. And so she's lying, but unfortunately that little lie is going to spiral out of control, and you know that's going to have a devastating ending, because nothing is ever real. And so nothing is truth. And unfortunately, those lies are going to come out in the end, but you're hoping that the lies are going to be limited so that the impact is going to be limited once everything is revealed. And so the film does have a strong level of suspense in a very dramatic way, and so I thought that was really well done. I thought the script is absolutely fantastic. The story is forever evolving. It never gets boring, and that is part due to the fact that Juliette Binoche actually has a character where she could showcase her true talents. I thought as though it was very three-dimensional, and layers were coming off her, and then so you can see the vulnerability of this woman, and you can gain a lot of sympathetic qualities to this woman, but she had actually got to a stage where it was out of control, and so you started to feel as though, all right, well, what is she going to do next? And that curiosity of her next decision is what ultimately keeps you watching. I thought the supporting cast were fantastic, played very well of Juliette Binoche's character, and you also had a soundtrack that I thought we actually intensified the emotions. It's a very emotional film, but it's not melodramatic, which is something that I really liked. And so it doesn't rely on violence, it doesn't rely on jump scares or explosions. It's just a very emotional character study of a woman who has reached a certain crisis in her life where she doesn't feel as though she can be loved anymore because she's getting older, she's getting wrinkles, and that to her was not beautiful. And so it does pose the question as to what is beauty. Is it beauty that the photoshopped supermodels in the magazines, or is beauty on the inside? And so you can see that she has beauty on the inside, but she's trying to portray beauty in all the wrong ways. So it has a certain hint of tragedy to it. So the ending of the film I thought was really well done, and I just, as I thought it was going to end in a specific way, it actually took me by surprise, and so it's something that I really like. And France are known to do this. They are known to take just very drab and generic stories and actually generate it in a way that has a certain level of complexity to the simplicity, and that's exactly what this film does. So it's a showcase of talent behind the camera as well as in front of the camera, and if it sounds like your kind of thing, I would highly recommend you check out Who You Think I Am. It's not a standard thriller, but it does have suspense as to how this character is going to unfold, and so if it sounds like your kind of thing, go out there and see it. I'm going to give Who You Think I Am 4 stars. Alright guys, that's it for my review. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching movies, and I'll see you later.